Hello, welcome back everybody. This is EonShiKeno with another StarCraft commentary for you. Let's introduce our players. On the top right side of Entombment Valley is going to be AriaPrime. Their opponent down here in the bottom left part of the map is going to be our purple Zerg player using the name rokisLZ. So we got a ZvT here on Entombment Valley. What shall we see today? What shall we see today? Indeed. So straight off the bat, nothing too crazy happening yet. Just standard play from both players, playing nice and easy so far. Still killing a little bit of time until GSL final happens. I've got like 25 minutes, which should be enough hopefully for this game for me to commentate it until GSL starts. AriaPrime gonna throw down a forward barracks outside the front here. I'm gonna go start a semi-wall off. Most likely, this is for a. Is this gonna be a double barracks? Double barracks. Oh, I'd love to see a double barracks. That would work out so perfect for me. Maybe this will be a fast game. Go straight into this. But, so double barracks isn't necessarily a straight up all in. I mean, they can easily do just make a couple of Marines, transition to an expansion. It's a safe expansion as opposed to one barracks. You can apply a lot of pressure, deal some damage, maybe throw up a bunker if you really feel like it. So this necessarily isn't an all in. Just a really aggressive play here from AriaPrime. While LZ has chosen to go with the hatchery first opening. Pretty standard on this map. It's a pretty big map. Of course, there's 4 spawning locations. And LZ and AriaPrime just don't know where each other is spawning at. You can see AriaPrime scouting in here at the bottom right. Same way with LZ. Both players going to the bottom right side of the map, and they are going to see nothing. Each player is going to see nothing. Another Overlord here, scout at the top. So after this Overlord shows up here at the bottom right, he's going to know for a fact there are units coming. Actually, he won't know there's units coming, but he knows that there's going to be an army, at least a base up the top right side of the map. It's going to be spawning location for AriaPrime. LZ is going to figure that out due to the process of elimination. Marine and one SV coming out. The drone does scout it, so the drone knows that there are some shenanigans at play here. And what's he going to do? He needs to pull down some drones. He needs to pull down at least 6 or 7 drones. There we go. I love seeing extra drones being pulled. Nice. He does not want this bunker to get up. 2 Marines on top of the spy. Double spy crawler goes down. LZ is really hell-bent on stopping this. He's thinking, you're going to try and 2-racks me on my own base, my home territory. Ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. But nice controller from AriaPrime taking out a drone, forcing that to go back a little bit. But this bunker has not been killed yet. He just really needs a buy time for those spy crawlers to get done. And as soon as he does that, he should be fine. So AriaPrime doing some pretty nice micro here. Nonetheless, is going to give it a shot, killing a couple drones here. Whether or not he even gets his bunker up, he's probably just going to be forced to cancel that due to those 2 spy crawlers here. But he's done quite a bit of drone killage going on here. 10 drone kills so far. Whoa, nice drone kills going on so far this game. Salvage that quick. Hurry. Hurry. There you go. That was a very successful pressure here from AriaPrime. And more Marines coming out across the map being streamed. What do we got here? 2 more Marines coming out. Any gas taken yet? He's up to orbital command. This will probably fall back after he's got these 2 spawn colors up. There's not much that our Terran player can do against this situation. So at this point, LZ is playing from behind. He does have his expansion up. He's got Queen up. He doesn't have a gas yet, though. So he's kind of forced to just drone, and more drones. That's pretty much his only option. He can't just make a bunch of Zerglings and just hope his opponent doesn't make a bunker or wall off. That's like his option, but that's like the risky option that usually won't work most of the time. The safe play is, of course, to just drone up and hope you can make it up in the mid and late game. So AriaPrime here has stopped Marine production at this point. That's going to put him up at 8 Marines, and he's just going to keep this outside the base to keep all these Zerglings in place and also check out for any counterattacks. Repercussions against suppression. AriaPrime already going for a quick third. Whoa. Super greedy here from AriaPrime, thinking, okay, I got my opponent, you know, pretty much cornered in their base. They're feeling the pressure. I'm going to go for a quick third base, take double gas. There's a lot of greed coming out of AriaPrime here. If LZ decides to go for some type of 2 base all in, it could be a good opportunity for LZ to get back in this game. We will see. We will see what happens, how this plays out. AriaPrime Not worried about anything. Gonna go for it. Hasn't that been scouted out yet? No, LZ has not yet scouted out that base, and at this point he's probably not even thinking. He's probably not even considering there's a third base out now. He's probably not thinking, oh, there's no way AriaPrime's gonna be that greedy. Of course not. Otherwise he'd be scouting right here. There's a base right here. Unfortunately, he's not thought of that, and has not scouted that out yet, and he's just gonna go chill at the top. But needless to say, it's going to be a while before AriaPrime can do any damage, as of course these two Spine Crawlers up and Zerglings on the ramp. Double gas going to go up here at the natural. No gas yet up at the main. He needs to get another queen out here to get some more larvae being produced. He's got his drone numbers back in the swing of things. Let's check the work count. 33, sorry, versus 24. So that's the dronage I was talking about. That's going to allow the Zerg player to get back in the swing of things. 2 more gas going to go up. That's going to put him up on 4 gas. He's going to need that if he wants to make some muta or infestors. More Marines being produced. Let's see what our Terran player is going to do with that first 100 gas. It seems like that was going to go towards the factory and a reactor, so we're going to have Hellions come out after this. The Hellions are going to be the follow-up to this play for AriaPrime. Orbital command at the third as well as at the natural. Mules being dropped down at the natural as opposed to the main. For any of you noobs out there, this is just the this is noob tips. You drop the mules at the natural or at the third to even out the mining. You want to have as many mineral patches as possible. Mineral fields right here. You can have 3 SCVs per mineral patch. And if you mine out your main, say up here quicker, you have fewer mineral patches, which means lower income per second. So you want to maximize your income per second. By doing that, you want to have as many mineral patches as possible. And by spreading out your mules to your newest bases, you keep the most number of mineral patches per second. And that's just how everybody does it, who knows what they're doing. So a little tip out there for the noobs who are new to StarCraft 2 or just weren't aware of that fact. Double engineering bay going now for Prime. So on top of the fact that he was going to go for a quick third, following up with a double engineering bay, Prime really playing for the late game, wanting to see how this plays out. And I love this. Look at this Marine chilling out here at the third, just keeping an eye on the timing of this third. This is so critical. If you see your opponent go in there with Zerglings and kill your Marine, you're already pretty much expecting a hatchery. You're thinking, okay, he's going to expand there in a little bit, because there's no reason to check that position for units unless they're going to expand. So it's a pretty safe assumption that AriaPrime can assume yeah, sure, he's going to go for an expansion, and I'm pretty good now. He knows that he's got his third base way ahead of his opponent, and hasn't even scouted it yet. Okay, he finally is aware of it. So maybe LZ is going to go for maybe a quick fourth here, or we'll see what he's going to try to do back in this game. +1 armor for ground and attack is coming up. Roach is on the way as well. Hive tech is done. Actually, I should say layer tech is done for a Zerg player. Marines, Hellions moving out. Combat shields being researched. Overseer Scout is making its way in there along with the Changeling. He's going to be able to scout out pretty standard Terran play. Marine into Siege Tank Medevac. Pretty common Pult style play. TVZ. 2 more gas going to go up at the third base. Now, what is he going to wait for? It looks like he's going to wait for +1/1 along with probably not combat shields. Maybe he'll wait for combat shields, but I'm kind of thinking he's going to go with 1/1, maybe pressure this third base here and try to kill this. If he can kill this third base with this timing attack, once 1/1 finishes, that will be very, very nice for AriaPrime. And but look at this. On this other hand, LZ has got Banelings. Does not have Baneling speed. Nope, doesn't have Baneling speed yet. But he can come in here and really crush this if he gets a nice angle. Roach is coming in from the Zergling's coming in from behind, and yes, it looks like he's going to be able to crush this. Will he get the hatchery? He just needs to focus down on the hatchery. He's getting a nice spread, but it's not going to be enough. Baneling speed finishes, and the Roaches will clean up the rest of those units. Nice control there from LZ, not wasting those Banelings superfluously. There we go. That's a word on those Marines. So rokisLZ doing a nice job of defending that, and AriaPrime gave it a shot, but didn't have enough units to deal with it. Now, LZ, what is he going to do here? Is he just going to do some super serious pressure now and just kind of grow off 3 base? And he's not even droning anymore. He really wants to bust now. This is the attack we were looking for. This is essentially a 2-base attack. 2-base drone saturation. Sure, he's got 3 base, but it's essentially 2-base attack because he's got 2 bases full of drones and not 3 bases. Every larva now is going consistently to units. AriaPrime does scout out all the banelings. He's going to roll in here. The siege tank is not done. Siege tank is not done. He's only halfway done with it. +2/2 is on the way. And LZ's making a nice attack here. Oh, so many SCVs hitting smoked by those banelings. And this timing is exactly what I was talking about earlier. And LZ is just walking in here, wrecking this. And AriaPrime was not ready for it, being a little bit too greedy with that attack. He just had a couple of seconds going. These roaches are going to come here. You're going to try and focus down, kill the tank. The tank falls. SCVs and Marauders, Marines, the only thing left alive. Medevac's trying to heal as fast as they can, but this is a sad position for AriaPrime after he took that nice lead in the early game. Zerglings, roaches getting in everywhere. There's an infection of Zerg units in this Terran player's base, and the only cure, I think, at this point is the GG. But the supplies it's not really good. There's another reinforcement on the way. Ton of Zerglings coming up here. He's waiting for that 2-2 to finish. I don't think it's going to finish in time. Let's check the worker count. 27 versus 48. This is such a bad position now for the Terran player. And this looks like this is going to be the Zerg combat. Oh, no. So many more banelings being produced right now. He did manage to hold off the first wave, but the second wave seems like it's going to be the killing blow for our Terran player here. Here come the Zergling units. LZ is rolling his way to victory. More Zerglings making their way here forward. Siege tank, is it done? And Siege tank is done, so he can take out a lot of banelings here. If he focus fires that down, yes, nice job with the tank there. Focus firing the banelings, even targeting the front there. Nice spread there from our Terran player. And the banelings do die. He's going to go for the SCVs, but not enough damage to take him out. Those guys are all low, one hit away from being killed. And this second attack was managed so much better by AriaPrime, and AriaPrime is back in the game all of a sudden. And I thought it was going to be over there. I thought literally it was going to be over right there. But sadly, it's not over for LZ. LZ was thinking, you know what, I'm going to wrap this up in a nice little bow. Merry Christmas, AriaPrime. But it's not over. Luckily for us, though, the game does continue. 82 supply versus 84. 6th and 5th gas going to go for our Zerg player. A lot of drones already saturating this expansion here, as you can see. Infestors at the next tech of choice for a Zerg player. 2/2 armor and attack for ground, along with pathogen glands. And +2 for vehicle weapons, and +3 armor for our Terran player. So this game has gone back and forth. First starting off as a Terran player getting the lead, and then our Zerg player getting the lead. And now it's kind of evened up a little bit. 4th base scout here for LZ, sees nothing. That's a safe, good thing here. And he's even running some Zerglings around the top side. He can get in here. This is not walled off yet, but there were reinforcements on the way. Siege tank on the way. The 4th base down here is forced to get killed or canceled. Sorry, I did not catch that. But here we got the Zerglings going to make their way in here. And they do sneak in there. They need to get these siege tanks, but no, they just run straight up by. Going to try and go to the middle line. Get a couple kills. Not sure how much they're going to be able to take out there at the same time. Attack here. Fungal growth goes down, but there's so many medevacs to deal with this. I don't know if these infestors are going to be enough. I think at this point, LZ was really wishing he had those Zerglings back here to his base. That Zergling run by did not work out. Another fungal goes down. He's trying to slow this off till the Zergling reinforcements show up. The medevacs are getting low on energies, mostly out. This one, Spinecrawler, is just the saving grace of the Zerg base right now. A couple more fungals go down. He really needs to take out these medevacs. If he can give the shot to take them out, he really needs to do that. Those guys, nope, he's not going to be able to take them out. They're going to fly back home and build up that energy. Hive tech is now on the way for our Zerg player. That hatchery is still live at the 3rd base for the Zerg player. Another hatchery being placed at the main macro hatchery, of course. Two attack already done. 2 armor close to being finished here as well. Another army here from AriaPrime moving its way to the middle of the map. Siege tanks and Marines. Nice constant stream here from AriaPrime, really trying to get back in the game here, take the advantage, and push up and kill this 3rd base, or maybe even take the 4th base once again. But look at this. Once again, LZ going to go for another run by. He's thinking, okay, I need to win this game with run bys, and luckily enough for him, Aria left the door wide open. Scan goes down, and AriaPrime's going to take out a couple creep tumors, going to pressure forward, and LZ's got a lot of units here to do with this. He's got a lot of Zerglings, but at the same time, we have a Zergling counterattack. He's going to take out all the SCVs. He's going to stop the command center. There are 4 Marines here with stem and combat shield. Actually, a couple more show up. Zerglings, will they be able enough to take him out? It's so hard to say. Nope, not enough. The Marines will be able to fight off those Space Marines, taking out those Zerglings, but a nice fungals here. The siege tanks don't even get sieged up. And nice engagement here from the Zerg player, and this army is going to get taken out. Both players trying their best to take out their opponent. Not yet happening. The medevacs will survive once again. 2 of them actually get taken out there. Nice job. That's one thing that a Zerg player really needs to deal with whenever he's dealing with a Marine Marauder, or actually like a Marine tank medevac army and a couple Marauders there, is you just don't want that. You want to force that Terran player to rebuild their medevacs. Those things are so valuable. They just continue to heal up those units, the Marauders, the Marines. It makes them so much more valuable. And if you can land a nice fungal, throw down like 5 or 6 infested Terran and pick them all off, that would just be huge. So huge. Once again, our Terran player trying to make his way over here to the 4th base to take it out. Zerg player not in position. Once again, he's going to go for the Zergling run by. How is this going to affect the Terran player? Sees he stems back. He's going to get surrounded. No, he's going to run straight past, but no, the door is blocked. And these Marines will be taken out at the same time. This hatchery is going to fall at the 4th base of a Zerg player. Seems like neither player can get a 4th base up. All these counterattacks from the Zerg player. And most of the time I love counterattacks from the Zerg player, whether it's just taking out SCV lines because the door's wide open, or they're just picking off reinforcements. And LZ's doing a pretty decent job of that up here. This attack will get taken out for the most part. SCV's doing a nice job of repairing that. The one supply depot gets saved. More than enough SCVs there to repair that up. That does get saved. All the Zerglings are taken out in the second time. Oh my god, so many Baneling Zerglings get smashed. And that is this way. This is just like so back and forth. Both players, like the Zerg player, just constantly trying to do the Zergling counterattack, and the Terran player constantly trying to take out that 4th base. Both players, I guess, are successful to some level against their opponent. It's staying so even, 113 supply versus 111. Let's check the tech upgrades for our Zerg player. He's getting Ultralisks. He's getting 3/3 for that ground upgrade. And the Ultralisk armor, which is Chitness plating. And he already has the upgrade for the Zerglings, so those guys are super quick. The, what the hell is that upgrade called? I don't remember what it's called. I'm drawing a blank here. It's late. Give me a break. Metabolic boost. No, that's the first thing. It's called no, not pathogen glands. It's called I'm so drawing a blank now, but AriaPrime is gonna get slaughtered, it looks like, with Ultra Infestors. It seems like he's out of position. The tanks are at the top. No, it's not looking good for... Wait. It might be enough here. The Marines are spread pretty well. The Terran player is actually spread fairly well, and the Ultras are getting taken out. The tank at the top stays alive, and there's just so many. Look at all the medevacs left alive. Every one of those Marines has their own medevac to heal them, it seems like. And the stem goes forward. The fungal goes down. The Ultra will come in here and hopefully clean this up. But no, that Ultra is sawing so fast to that one siege tank, and all the Marines stemmed. Those Marines are 3/3 at this point. A couple infested Terran going to go down. He's going to need some more reinforcement. Another Ultra popping out right now. More Zerglings, 18 in production. While our Terran players continue to stream units on the way across the middle of the map, more reinforcements coming out. But at this point, he's going to fall back with those medevacs. 4th base trying to be built here for LZ. It is up and finished, but he hasn't yet to transfer some drones up here. Speaking of the double, there goes some drones going to be transferred all the way to the top left side of the map. Hopefully he can sneak up there without being caught. That would be so critical. He picks a great time now to transfer those workers after an attack. There's a little bit of lull in the action, and he's going to fall back. And AriaPrime is going to fall back as well. Going to get some more reinforcements here. More Marines popping out. Doing pretty good in the macro. Keeping that money low. 2 factories with a whole bunch of barracks with reactors producing a bunch of Marines and Marauders. And finally, a 4th base going to try to be taken for our Terran player. This Zergling here from earlier is still checking this out. Keeping an eye on the timing. You know, as long as you don't see a 4th base from your Terran opponent in this situation, you just have to assume, okay, they're going to continue to attack me. And attack, and attack, and attack, and it's going to be completely relentless. But the second you see that 4th base, you're thinking, okay, all right, you know, they're planning to go a little bit later, maybe even doing a little bit of tech. And you can see already the situation here, the transition that our Terran player is doing. He's adding in more Marauders. You can see 3 tech labs being placed there on barracks. Once again, LZ going to go try for another one of these Zergling run by, see how much damage he can do, how effective he can be, and actually, unfortunately for him, not very effective. And oh no, AriaPrime with a nice scouts out this base in the top left part of the map, and this is in such a great position for AriaPrime to actually kill. Now you may be thinking, why would LZ put a base that is great for AriaPrime to kill? Well, he put it on a risk. The risk was, I'll hide it up here in the top left at the random chance he doesn't find it. And if he doesn't find it, then great. I got a base, he's not going to find it, but the downside is, if he does find it, I'm going to more than likely lose it. It's going to be hard to defend. But scratch that, the Zerg player is getting trashed here in the middle map. 100 supply versus 155. The Terran player, not even sieging up, just kills all the Ultralisks. And well played from LZ. The Terran player takes out the 4th base once again and pushes through the middle of the map. Great position from AriaPrime. And this was just such a back and forth game from the get-go. The Terran player had a nice opening with a I love the 2 barracks pressure that is not all in, just kind of opens him up for some pressure, you know, kind of force that Zerg player to just drone up on 2 base and then see what he does there. If he's going to go for 3 base, go for 2 base. He decided to go for kind of the 2 base play, but the first attack was really great, but it seemed like after that he overextended himself and AriaPrime held on, defended it, and from there it was just back and forth, simultaneous attacks from both players. Really cool game. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you really enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.